Ladies, here's a little trick I use to create a consistent branded style when it comes to generating up my YouTube thumbnails. As you probably know, your viewers recognize your brand. And when it comes to thumbnail creation, well, that can be cumbersome. It can be tricky. It can be annoying to have to create beautiful thumbnails in Canva or whatever. And you may have tried AI image generation and got sort of mixed result. Maybe it didn't write the text like you like. Maybe it didn't do it the same the next time, etc., etc., etc. Here's a technique that I've kind of, stumbled into, which is getting me really good, consistent results. And there's one particular little trick to it that kind of makes all the difference. Okay, so what I'm opening up here is a screenshot of just the kind of text that I actually want to show in my image. I've decided I like this text. It shows up pretty well, pretty easy. And then what I've done is I've uploaded that as one of my reference images. Now I am using GPT image 1.5 and I'm also using the Sorceress image generation suite. I'll link everything I'm using as far as tools in the description of this video. But one of the important things to this consistent thumbnail generation methodology is basically using GPT image 1.5. This is going to do a job for you that basically the other models struggle at. Other models can do beautiful images, yes, but they have a really hard time with consistent design aesthetics, basically thumbnail text and font and that sort of stuff. GPT image 1.5 is going to make this really nice and easy for you. So what I've also done here, in order to create some consistency and some variation, is I've added up a few other thumbnails that I have, liked the looks of in the past. So for example, there's a sort of layout and design that I've used before. I like the look of that. Here's another one that's kind of the same, and so on and so forth. Here's another one that's kind of, got some elements that I like. I don't know for sure what I want to use. I might actually even just go so far as uploading an individual character that I might want to see as a part of my design. So in this case over here, I've got this little wizard character that I like as a part of my design, so I uploaded a reference image. And I don't really know exactly how it's going to come together. I don't really know how the overall collage and aesthetic is going to come together, so I kind of upload a few little interesting references that I think might fit the narrative of my thumbnail. But the important thing is to have that text and formatting title as the primary reference. So I say something like, okay, the new title is whatever the title of my video happens to be. Okay, so of course my original reference image was saying something entirely different. That doesn't matter. So I'm communicating to image 1.5 that I want a new title added, and it just picks it up. It just knows, okay, well, here's the title example, and it's very likely to use, the correct images to end up creating something kind of like what you're looking for. But if you're anything like me, you might not know what you're looking for out of the gate, which is why throw in some reference images that are similar, or maybe feel inspiring to that particular thumbnail, and see what GPT image comes up with for you, right? And okay, maybe we want to add a little bit of Shogun cat energy to this thumbnail. Maybe we want to add a little bit of a magic hat. Okay, well, there's some interesting elements in there, right? Let's say I like these elements. Great. Okay, let's pretend I like these elements. What I like to do often is select to generate up 4 images at a time, click generate a couple of times, give it a bit of time to work its magic. And once you've actually got a design style you like, you can tinker around with other models, but I find myself repeatedly going back to that image 1.5 model for thumbnails in particular. There is one little issue when it comes to GPT image 1.5 models, and that is the aspect ratio of 3:2 is a bit of a problem. This is not a YouTube thumbnail aspect ratio. It's very close, but it's not correct. So what do? I use Midjourneys, but you can use any image expander tool. There is actually one built into the Sorceress suite, but it's presently having technical difficulties. But there we go. You see, there we go. We've got the inspiration of the hat, the inspiration of the cat, and there's my nice font that I like, and a bunch of the variations. Okay, That's cool. Like that's, interesting. You kind of look through at a glance, see which one draws your eye, right? If this one's drawing my eye, well, maybe there's a reason it's drawing my eye. Maybe it's going to get a better click-through rate than some of the other possible ideas out there. But then what I do is I head on over to something like Midjourney, and I use the Midjourney edit mode, and hopefully the Sorceress Expander tool will come back online soon, because it's built right in to be able to take your image and then to, for example, go over to the edit area. Let's see, edit area, edit new image, and then what you basically do is you edit an uploaded image that is of the wrong aspect ratio. Let's say this one, which is the wrong aspect ratio. You go to something like move and resize. Give that a moment to upload. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, let's try that one more time. There we go. And now we're going to aspect ratio that to 16:9. As you can see, the edges have expanded, right? So I'm just going to say something like expand. And now I'm going to get that background filled in and turn this into a true 16:9 aspect ratio YouTube thumbnail, which I can upload without any like weird little borders on the left and the right of it. There we go. Midjourney's filling that in. Did it not quite fill it in? Oh, well, there's a few variations. You know what? I think this one's a little quirky because it might have a little bit of a hard black edge on the right of it. I think that's actually the case, but that's okay. I can actually solve that. I could maybe just go like that. It'll be a little bit off balance, but that's okay. Mostly it fills out with a perfect edge. This is a rare occurrence where it doesn't. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, that's how I create my consistent thumbnails and get some pretty good click-through rates. Big, easy to read text and fonts and catchy graphic work. It really works. It really helps your videos to get more. There we go. That's a nice consistent. Oh, we've got a new character added to the scene. Okay, why not? The more the merrier. Anyway, see you in the next video.